We're live,
This is
yay.
Hi there.
Hi, Trisha. This is
Hi, the one person who watches this, maybe two, if I bother to. Uh,
I'm
welcome
pretty sure
back
the
to
only person
our.
here right now is me and UFO because he's literally the moderator. But I don't know. Maybe some people watch the VODs.
Ironically, there was two viewers, and then it dropped.
Mhm.
So.
Well, it's not me, because I can't watch this while I'm doing this. All right. Anyway, welcome back to our Avatar Legends campaign, where we last left off. You guys, you intrepid heroes, you did your best to try and chase down that one kid who was in the mine carts, rapidly getting away from you. Unfortunately, luck was not on your side, and you guys stumbled. But you took a prisoner, in the form of a firebender girl, who you successfully convinced to help you find the crystal cave that you were promised, and what this whole situation is about. You guys offered her immunity for all of her crimes, and you offered it to all of her co-conspirators as well. So you guys have that on your side in the course of maybe detangling the situation. So to set the setting
For
once
Noae's
again,
opinion, she doesn't even think there was a crime, but
yeah,
And
yeah.
Tapisa is like, you better fucking uphold your promise to pardon them.
Listen, you have truly convinced Pehan's father, Fuda, to follow this trail to its end. Whether or not you have luck outside of that, we'll see. But yeah, so we are back in this with basically the 12 people who came along, the 12 members of Pehan's family, which include Quinn, Gon and Fawn, Tank, Toya, Maheng, and Fuda, Crow's father, and a couple of others. You guys are making your way in the cave toward the place that your prisoner, your POW, I guess, Raya, is leading you. So, yeah.
War? Oh my god.
What was
yeah,
that? Sorry?
We have a prisoner of war.
Well,
pretty fucked
so
up.
you guys have got basically a prisoner who I don't know if she counts as a prisoner anymore, because you've convinced her to help you, and you're giving her immunity. But
And Tapisa literally broke her out of the bonds that she was in. So
yeah, Tank was there trying to torture information out of her, and Tapisa and everybody was like, "No, what the fuck are you doing? Stop it." So yeah, you guys are walking along in the cave system. You guys have been walking for a few minutes now, and Raya tells you, "Yeah, it's actually quite a bit away, but we're going to make a couple lefts, then a right, then a left again, and then we're basically there. You guys better hold up your end of the bargain here. I'm really putting myself out on a limb." Uh,
Uh,
don't worry, I'll make sure it's held up.
yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, so
Noae is staying vigilant.
she's staying vigilant. Good. So I guess
She doesn't trust Easy, even if she is partially the reason this whole thing was facilitated.
what do you what do you guys know about what's kind of happening in this situation? I mean, I think I mentioned quite a bit, but
Remind me what we do know. It's been weeks.
Yeah, you're good. So basically there's a kid whose name you don't know yet. He's about 14 and he discovered a crystal cave that he's endeavoring to keep secret among friends. But I don't think you know much more than that. You guys were they were trying to use the riches of that cave to escape.
There's a kid, right? Found the cave.
Yeah, so that kid is named Jingo. He was kind of like a student-ish under the Yang household. He's a genius. There's no other way to describe him. He was supposed to be in school actually, but through a repeated insubordination, I guess they saw fit to punish him by putting him in the caves with the rest of us. And she kicks one of the rocks by her foot
I
in
don't know
like
what that word means.
repeated
Noae says. No, she repeat. No.
insubordination.
Yeah, that one. What do you
Oh,
mean?
it's when you don't do what you're supposed to. How old are you?
I'm not sure.
Well, that's concerning. She's like, she's way more interested now in you than what she was talking about.
Noae
Wait,
shrugs. Is like, I don't know how. Like, people keep
where are
asking
your
that.
parents? Who like? And she'll actually stop leading people to like lean down and face you in concern.
As far as I know, dead.
Oh my God, that's
I don't.
horrible.
I don't have any parents. That I can remember. I've been on my own since almost the beginning.
Oh my. Where are you from? Are you from here?
Fish Town.
Cranefish Town. How did you get it? Well, okay. I'm so sorry about that. So I guess you know what it feels like to be lost, huh?
I suppose so. Like, I'm not sure if lost is the right word for how I feel, but
Well, it's how a lot of us in town feel. We feel well, we feel trapped. And she will continue walking at this point.
Hmm.
We feel trapped underneath the system. Really, no matter who you are in this town, if you're in the downtrodden class, then there's no refuge for you. If you're a fire and bender, then she will take her fire out. She will like she will take she will open up her hand and light a fireball, and a tank will tense up behind you.
Hmm.
Uh
You're the monster.
Yeah, you're the monster, but also the Fire Nation army doesn't really help you. They're kind of just there to collect a paycheck and be tough.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're in the downtrodden Earth Kingdom, well, I don't know how much you would know. And she'll look back at the rest of the family, and her eyes will linger on Peihan for a little bit. But you're kind of, if you're not part of the families, you're nobody. You're
I know
just a
that.
worker. Yeah, you would. And she'll like rub your shoulder.
She
So
prickles at that. Like, she's like, the fuck, physical
yeah,
contact.
you got one of your conditions checked off. Which one is it that again?
Insecure.
Insecure. Cool. Man, Prodigy being insecure, that's
Mm-hmm.
like a fish being out of water.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's kind of why most of us are doing this so that we can leave this fucking town behind. Jingo, when he recruited most of us, promised us a life in Ba Sing Se, away from all of the trappings of the war. And I mean, even if we can't make it to the inner ring, we can at least make it to the outer ring. And life will be much better. But I guess that's all done now, huh?
I mean, maybe, but that's also kind of hopeful.
Yeah. Yeah, one can hope. One can hope.
Yeah, one can hope to a certain degree, but I was hopeful that things would be different out of Cranefish Town, but first night here, I was treated like a monster and a stray, same as before.
Whoever did that is the real monster.
Hmm, maybe.
No, maybe. And she'll nudge you with her hip on your shoulder, given just the sheer height disparity.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You're
Tapisa speaks out. Maybe.
you're good.
Some people act out of misunderstanding or fear instead of hatred and monstrosity, but I can say for certain that you are not a monster. And she looks at Noae. She says that.
Damn right.
Are we still stopped in the tunnel?
No, you guys are walking still. No.
Oh,
You stopped for a little bit.
Now isn't that big of a distraction. Just being an orphan shouldn't be like everyone
Well,
stops for 3 hours and like, what?
So
Orphan?
I didn't say it out loud, but there is kind of the undercurrent of you better lead us to where you're leading us quickly, or there will be consequences.
Yeah, I figured. Like, why is my
yeah.
mic better now? Or is
I
it
don't know.
worse? Oh man, I need to. And I'll stabilize it a different day. Today's not a stabilizing day.
But so yeah, so we're here actually. You stop, almost dead in the middle of a just another mine cave. And if not for the fact that you were told explicitly that something is here, you would have missed the crudely drawn X on the wall, to which Raya is indicating.
Mhm.
From from just the geography, if you've been paying attention to the tunnels and things, you can kind of tell that there wasn't a tunnel that leads to anything behind this wall. So, one last word of warning, Raya says. Jingo, he's kind of stubborn. You might try and convince him to back down, and I will certainly do my best too. But there's a good chance that this is going to lead to an altercation. And a couple of your cousins behind you are getting ready. Like, Tank is going to hit his one hand into the palm of the other. Maheng is going to stretch. Quinn he'll look concerned.
All of you chill the fuck out, please.
No need to worry. Tapisa is strong. Tapisa can handle it.
I certainly hope so.
Also,
All right.
probably the
What's up?
weirdest thing Noae has said, considering her normal stance on herself and such.
if there's no trouble, then there's no trouble.
We'll see. But
And
yeah,
if you expect trouble, you will find it. Do you not understand that? If you go into a situation expecting a fight, you will find the opportunity for a fight wherever you go.
All right. So the wall is earthbendable, and pretty much only earthbendable unless you could find a more creative way to do it. Given what you just said, well, so I will say that the way that you normally get through it is to smash. But given what you've just said, do you think you want to figure out a more creative way or less hostile way or something?
Yeah. Which is let's just straight up roll assess the situation.
Sure.
I need to
Yeah,
triple
is there
check
any
my.
switches or anything? I'm going to also.
All right. Let me pull up that just so I've got cheat sheet up.
What number do I? Wait,
This
what's
creativity.
7 is the minimum success, but assess the situation is creativity.
Fuck. Well, that's not.
2d6 if you don't remember the dice.
Are completely blind.
Okay, I
Tapisa.
rolled a 7.
Nice.
Oh
Yeah,
wait,
I think
plus
Tapisa is
1.
just more focused on the people just clenching their fists and getting ready for a fight than.
Yeah. So, Crow.
I rolled
7 is a minimum success. 10 is a maximum success.
I
Well,
rolled
10
an 8.
plus.
You rolled an 8, yeah.
Yeah.
So you may ask one question. And
From the list.
why don't you just go ahead and formulate the question, and then if we feel like it, we'll shoehorn it into one of these 5 questions.
Is there any
There's-
sign that it's been earth bent recently?
Yes, it gets earth bent quite frequently, but that's I wouldn't say I wouldn't say you have to waste your assess the situation on that.
Yeah,
That
no,
wouldn't
there's
be-
2 prompts here. What can I use to blank? Which in this case could be what can I use to open the thing, or what's my best way in out slash or in slash out slash through or out slash into.
Oh, where do I find that cheat
That's
sheet?
in the cheat sheet.
Moves? Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the basic moves at the top.
Oh, okay.
Mine is I'm just using Roll20.
Oh yeah, what is
You're
the
good.
best way in, out, or through? Yeah.
So
In a way that isn't spectacular or destructive or loud, you know?
yeah, so here's the deal, right? In your head, you kind of have like a brain blast moment. You know from fighting that if that kid, whoever he is, and I'll tell you right now, it was Jingo, but the kid that ran away from you was a non-bender. And as you can kind of tell, he went there by himself. And you can no longer see him anywhere. So you could probably guess that he's in that room. If the only way in that you can see is to earthbend, then logic follows that there's probably another way. And in so figuring out, you kind of you follow some markings that you see on the ground, some footsteps in about the right size in the dust. And you see a lever. The lever looks like one of those track changey levers, but then when you look at it a little bit harder, you recognize that it's not attached to any track switching anything. The track is just completely straight. So, yeah.
Liv, you got a critical in GURPS.
Yeah, you got a crit fail. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The critical success in
No,
GURPS.
that was you. Critical success where?
Yeah.
Are you guys in the 2d20?
No.
I'm in control room.
Yeah, I'm in 2d20. GURPS is 3d6 and she rolled 2d6 and they're both really low. So I was like, what if there was a third? So I rolled a third and it was a 1. So that's like,
Oh man,
damn.
you
That's,
really got fucked.
well,
Yeah.
in GURPS, that's fantastic.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because GURPS is under target.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like it
yeah,
should be.
just kind of putting 2 and 2 together, you can surmise that there is at least some kind of passage in once you pull this lever.
All right.
Hold on, a cat's doing something. I'll be right back.
Cat's doing something. Can't start the confrontation with a cat involved. All right. So Crow, how's your day been? How was the work party?
Oh, it was okay. We had what's it called? Eggplant parmesan.
Eggplant parmesan.
Yeah.
Interesting. How big was the party?
There were like maybe 30 people there.
Holy crap. Did you have fun?
Yeah. Yeah. I got to talk with my coworker. He's leaving because he got a book deal.
Nice.
Damn. Hell yeah.
Careful
Yeah.
on information. Remember, we're live.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
No proper nouns.
Is your cat okay?
Yeah, she was being a bad cat. She was trying to chew on
Oh.
something. But
Yeah,
Okay.
well, that's what cats do.
Yeah.
it's what cats do when they want to make their teeth feel better. So she's probably having a. She's probably either hungry or like something was stuck in her teeth. So
Mm-hmm.
All right. I say a little prayer to the great badger mole under the earth, and
Mm-hmm.
I put my hand on the lever, and then I pull it.
All right. So when you do, you feel a rumble beneath the earth. You feel it shake as a section of the wall lowers into the ground in an unexpected way. You see dust and rocks fall as it descends into the ground, and you wonder, holy shit, who could have made this? But yeah, so the wall opens into a door, and through the door you can see a moderate greenish glow in the exact hue of the glow rock that your family is known for cultivating. So yeah. You also from the other end, you start to hear noises not just of people moving and working and like clanging their tools, but of a certain person yelling, barking orders from somewhere in the center of the person. The voice is consistent with a child. All right.
what are the orders?
Things like, hurry up, pack that away. We've been compromised. Like, go cultivate that, get that now. Okay, now put that in the minecart. Things like that.
Noae looks to Dae-hyng and Tapisa for what to do.
Mhm.
All of this has been happening under my family's nose. Like, what have we been doing?
So in your hesitation, Tank is going to move forward. He is not really concerned with the diplomacy of the situation. He just sees that people are stealing from his family. And he will stomp forward and start to yell.
Tapisa gets in front of him.
What are you doing? Get out of my way!
And down.
He will ball his fists.
Is Tank one of the cousins that I like out of character?
No, he's not.
No, okay.
Well, he was the one that was on the side of Daquan. When
Oh, the dick one.
the dick one,
Okay.
yeah, the dick one, the Daquan, the dick one.
Mhm.
It's a perfect way to explain it.
Mhm.
But yeah, if you're not going to go in there, I will. He says in a low snarl.
You are going to wait right here if you want to have any chance of this ending favorably for you.
Is that a challenge? Whatever you are.
The kids sound
Earthbender.
like they're kids out there. You're gonna scare them off. More than they already are.
Noae looks at the tank. You're an Earthbender, right?
Yeah, and you're a firebender,
Yeah.
right?
I was just asking because you seem a bit hot-headed right now.
He will. He will make an angry face at you and look like he's going to try and make a move to you. But Fuda is going to get in the way yet again. This happened before, if you guys remember, with
Yeah, he really wants to punch a child.
listen, they're pretty mad.
Mhm.
But yeah, Fuda is going to get in the way.
Phyllis,
And he's like, we agreed diplomacy first.
I didn't mean to upset you, Tank. I was just meaning it as earthbending philosophy states, from what I've read, that you should be patient like the earth and allow the conflict to come to you.
What do you know about my culture?
I was born and raised in it.
You were born and raised in a city. You would know nothing of the true earth.
I slept in the earth. Have you?
Why, you little.
Tapisa is going to get up in his face and just go, last warning, I don't tolerate fucking bullies.
Noae honestly
Right now.
not being confrontational right now. She is just like kind of out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And right now, you remind me an awful lot of the fucking Fire Nation guards that used to stand outside of my cell.
So at this point, Quinn will now step forward and it'll be like, Tank, come on. We did agree diplomacy first. He's gonna put his hand on Tank, and Tank will kind of instinctually back down. But Quinn will now look at you, Tapisa, and be like, look, I think they might know that we're here. We really need to get a move on. It's now or never.
Mm-hmm.
Diplomacy.
She looks at Tank, keep him under control, and then steps forward towards the sand.
I will. Yeah. All right. And you step forward. All right. So, as you enter the room through the doorway, you see you weren't prepared for just how vast it is. It's like a football field in size.
What's football?
It's like a airball field inside. What's airball?
Yeah, that's extinct.
Yeah, that's extinct at this point. It's like the entire breadth of the sizable not Beifong, what's your family's name again? Choi estate.
The 10th of a
In
mile.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's huge. How did it get so undermined? What have my cousins been doing when I'm gone?
Nothing, apparently, sitting around bullying people.
Yeah, right.
I've been working my ass off, like working for the army. You guys.
Here's the deal, right? You grew up in the lap of luxury, and I think it's more of a boon, not a boon, like
Testament.
a virtue of testament to Dae-hyng that he chose to leave the lap of luxury in order to join the war effort.
I wanted to kill my great grandfather.
I mean, okay, maybe you don't mention that to other people. I don't know. You might, but like.
I mean, like, I think there's me and like at least one other cousin who's out there on the
Yeah,
on the front lines. Yeah.
It was Poe. Yeah.
Pow. Yeah. Okay.
Poe, your cousin in the Earth Kingdom Army captain. You were fighting with him.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, it is very very big. In case my words didn't do it justice. But it's not just big, it's full. There are multiple different levels of Earth, go up and down. There are pockets of lava that are also helping to light the way. But it's covered almost in head to toe with the glow rock, with crystals, valuable jewels that you can only guess are worth a fortune. You even see off to your left a vein of gold, like actual gold. Like you hit the mother lode with this. And it is the portion of the room that is closest to the door that has been most mined, but there's still stuff that they're leaving behind. Everybody is kind of around you, which, as you can count, is probably like 30 people. They're all running around in their own little frenzy, trying to grab and salvage whatever they can, putting it into minecarts or putting it into their backpacks or anything that they can carry. From basically in the center-ish of the room horizontally, but closer to the door. From a good vantage point to yell, there is a giant pillar, a natural pillar made of earth, attached to which there is a wooden ladder, and at the very top a little platform made specifically for one person. You see who you can only assume is Jingo up there. He has kind of short cropped hair. He's got glasses for sure. One of the lenses has a crack in it. But he is speaking with all of the authority of a seasoned general, and he is being listened to as such. You can kind of tell that he is revered among these people. And just to describe the people around, they are mostly younger. There are a couple of people who you can tell are firmly in their adulthood, but the average age, I would say, is about 18. So at this point, Tapisa, you step in. You have, if you wanted, like a split second before he notices you. Do you just want him to notice you, or do you want?
Yeah, she raises her hands in like surrender as she steps into view. By the way.
Okay. He'll be barking orders. He'll be looking back and forth, and then over his view, he sees you, and his eyes widen. He fumbles for a whistle at his neck. He will grab it and blow it and be like, "We've been breached! We've been breached! They're here!
Mark your battle station! We come in peace.
He will yell, "Mark your battle stations or run away."
She just steps forward a little bit, hands raised. Doesn't. Yeah.
A couple of people. So at least half a dozen people are going to take this opportunity to run. They will disappear down mine shafts of that have been dug outside of this room elsewise. But the majority of people will stay and start to surround you in battle stances. But because you've got your arms up, they will not attack. Who are you? How did you find this place? What are you doing here?
We've brought one of your comrades back to you, and she'll gesture, look and kind of gesture to bring what's her face out.
In the room, she will enter. Raya will be like, Jingo, the jig is up. It's over. They breached the main gate. There are going to be more coming any minute now. They've offered us immunity. Come on, this is our best chance. It's better than trying to fight them. Jingo will be like, I think we can take our chances, traitor.
She didn't betray you.
Yes, she did.
She didn't.
Okay. Explain exactly, because I'm curious at this point. Explain exactly how she didn't betray us.
Because she got me and my friends to listen to your story and offer full immunity.
And who the fuck are you to offer that?
Someone who's friends with the chief's son. Or whatever his title is. Tapisa would know.
So now at this point, Fuda will enter the room and he'll be like, Jingo, is that you? If that's your name? I'm really sorry about the situation that we have put you in. I am Fuda of the House Choi. I have sway in the village. I have promised, and I will see to it, that each of your compatriots, captured or otherwise, will retain immunity if you surrender now. Jingo.
I don't want any more trouble or suffering.
This doesn't have to end in bloodshed. This doesn't have to end with more people hurt, with more lives thrown away.
Jingo will put his head down and push up his glasses in a contemplative look.
Oh my god. Is there like
several people
light and a lens flare when he does that?
Literally, that is what I was thinking, like the anime lens flare.
Oh shit! He has a plan. Oh fuck!
All right. So there is a little bit of fear in his ranks as some of them look unsettled. They shift on their feet, and a couple of them steal glances upward to be like, "What? I don't know. What is the move, boss? What's happening?" I am going to give you a chance. He is not. This isn't a plead. He doesn't much care about what you think. He does care about the cold, hard logic of the situation. However, he is very stubborn.
Mm.
So I'm going to offer you, Liv, the chance to roll press your luck. And I will offer each of the playable characters the chance to help.
Hey, passion. I am good with that.
Sure.
Well,
Is
it's
helping.
+1 at least.
One when we're assisting. It's only one, right?
So you don't roll yet. No, you don't roll at all. If you're helping, Tapisa is going to roll, and then if she doesn't get high enough, you guys can spend a what's it called? A fatigue each to give her a +1.
Okay.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Fucking 12.
Nice.
All right. Hell yeah. He'll take a deep breath. Finally. And he'll say, I don't know if I should believe you. I don't know. I've never even heard of you. And he'll point to Fuda. And Fuda will respond, I'm married to the current house of the Choi family. We have sway. This is not an idle promise that we are making you here. Jingo will lower his arms in a sort of resignation. And he will say, stand down, everybody. This fight is over. They're right. With the full weight of them, we'd be lucky to get a fraction of this out in time. So some people in the group are like, wait, we're just giving up? You're just gonna roll over like that? You're just gonna count out? What happened to Bossing Say? And the kid will be like, Bossing, the dream ended the second they broke through. Okay? The ruse is done. We're out. There is no chance anymore.
There's a new chance, though.
Damn, beat me to it. I think Tapisa will step forward as well and say, yeah, just because this is the end of one dream doesn't mean you can't find others. Doesn't mean that there's a way forward here that ends with your happily ever afters.
So Tapisa, first off, you're going to move once toward forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Noae,
Yeah.
you are going to move once toward community.
Fair enough. What does that give me?
Jingo will look at Raya and he'll be like, well, I can see why you joined them. And he'll do a little chuckle. And then he'll make his move to go downward. It is at this point.
Noae is hyper perceptive.
It is at this point. So a few of them have put their hands up, and the other family members who have been kind of lingering by the door kind of start trailing in, and Quinn, he and everybody else, they put Earth gauntlets, put Earth, one of my manacles, handcuffs on a couple of them. They actually have a few handcuffs for the people that they can clock as Earthbenders, though it is mostly in this room, non-benders.
I don't think that's necessary. Who is Thief of Embers?
That's our dear other archiver. Hi,
Oh.
Sadie.
Hello,
Hi,
Sade.
Sadie. How's it going?
Hello, Sadie.
Didn't know you shifted your name. I like the name.
Yeah, it's a good name.
So, the person that yelled that are we just giving up? He's going to be approached by Quinn with like balls of earth that he's going to put into handcuffs, and Quinn is going to say, "I'm sorry, we have to." And the guy is going to be like, "Fuck this," and he will immediately throw a ball of rock directly at Tapisa.
Where am
She
I?
did.
Can I defeat him?
So you three, I'm picturing the three of you. You kind of can decide that. I'm picturing the three of you in like a V formation with Tapisa at the front, but it depends on what you think your character would do.
I know exactly what Tapisa is going to do, which is she's going to stand there, take it, and say, "Nobody fucking retaliate. Everybody stand down."
All right, so you are going to, assuming that nobody else stops this. I'm not going to have any of the NPCs stop this. But assuming that nobody else stops this,
Dae-hyng's
you. What was that? Dae-hyng's on guard. Got it. So the ball of rock is going to hit you straight up, just square in the chest. It is going to hit you pretty significantly. You're going to like kind of bow your head in like pain, but you are going to stand back up and say that.
Yeah. She has not put down her hands this entire time. They've lowered a little bit, but she has kept her hands raised this entire time.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, so this guy just, like, he just hit somebody who is actively surrendering.
Mm-hmm.
And you
and
will
you hit
say
a
that.
child who's like,
well,
she's 17 or
here's
16
the deal.
or something.
Dae-hyng, or no, Tapisa is 16 and built. Like, in her culture, she would be, well, an adult.
Yeah. Now he's the child. Now he doesn't even reach 5 foot.
Yeah, now he's 12.
Okay.
There's quite a bit of difference that occurs in that time period. But
and like Tapisa has had nothing to do except work out like in the prison and work out and tinker. So
probably not healthily, to be honest, but considering how young you were.
Nope.
Too much muscle mass too early can be bad for you. Right, children. Work out responsibly.
So nobody for a second in this nobody does anything. And then in a fit of terror, a firebender is going to shoot fire at you all in an attempt to hurt the three of you. He's going to do like a fire whip in a horizontal direction.
I'm going to draw my sword and like slice into the air to dispel the fire.
Tell you what, if you don't want it, by the way, Tapisa, you take two fatigue or a condition.
Or a condition?
I'll let you choose.
I'll take the 2 fatigue.
Sure.
Yeah,
it's not really like in a maybe angry. So it wouldn't be at them. Yeah, no, I'm gonna say she's gonna. No, I'll take the 2 fatigue.
All right.
Because none of the conditions really fit. What? Yeah.
That's good. So if you would like to avoid taking damage, this one was kind of. You get the sense just from the fire, like the way he used it, that this is kind of meant to distract so that he can get away, but it will still hurt you if you let it. Do you want to continue to tank it, or if not, give me a roll for what was it? Rely on your skills and training.
Tapisa is still not moving. If somebody else like interferes on her behalf, like she's not, like if for example now it like firebends the fire away in defense, then
Noae, I will offer you, because you are the prodigy, the ability to rely on your skills and training to dispel it for at least you and Liv.
Okay. So Dae-hyng and Noae basically destroy the fire.
Yeah. Could I use my passion instead?
Tell you what. I kind of like the rule of cool a bit.
He does hate fire.
Because fire is fueled by passion.
Well, so the deal is you are pushing your luck with this, and the basically the consequences are slightly more dire if you fail.
Okay, what other lucky opportunity falls into your lap for my 10 plus on the previous thing?
What other lucky opportunity?
Or is
hold on? What did you roll for that?
I rolled a 12.
For rely on your skills and training?
No, for push my luck. For the talk down, like to get.
I did forget that. Tell you what, we'll use it so that if you don't want Dae-hyng to have to roll, then you can do that.
Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, automatic success.
Automatic success. All right. So you dispel it.
Yeah, and Noae obviously got a full hit.
So in your from your speech, it rattled pretty much everybody so much that this guy, who was just trying to get away in the first place, doesn't fully complete his flame arc. It would have gone in the direction of Dae-hyng had he fully completed it. But your rattling of his senses stalled that possibility. And because, Noae is Noae, she will just go ahead and take it all for you. She will dispel it for you. From the top, it is at this point that guy and a couple of others who have taken the cue are going to make a break for it. They're going to try and run away. Jingo is going to... wondering what Jingo would do in this situation. I have to think about it for a second. He would be like, "No, come back, stop it!" And then what he's going to do is he's going to unlatch something from his belt. He's going to, it's like about handball size. He's going to take a pin from it and he's going to throw it. And it's going to start even before it hits the ground, it's going to start spinning in the air, and smoke will come from it in a cloud that will completely surround the people who are running. It is at this point now that Tank in his fervor is going to rush forward.
All right. Tapisa is going to get in his way.
No, what you're going to have... he is going to, at this point, push past you. He is sick of your shit. He is about 6'3" and just as stacked as you proportionally, but he is, he is taller than you. I'm going to between rely on your skills and training and push your luck, or plead. Do you want to try pleading with him?
No, this is push your luck, I think.
Or intimidate.
Oh yeah, you could try and intimidate for sure. But yeah, Tell me what you want. It's passion either way. Tell me what you would like to do.
Mm-hmm.
When you're intimidated, and they see the bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Yeah, I think it's intimidate. I think she just gets up in his face and says, "Stand the fuck down, you bully. I won't have you hurting any more people here."
On a hit, they choose one. On a 10 plus, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You pick one, and they cannot choose.
Yeah,
all right.
That is a 7.
That is a 7. All right. So, what do you say? You say that. You say, I'm...
Stand
I will
the
not
fuck down.
stand the fuck down.
No, I'm not going to let you hurt anybody else.
He's going to attack you.
Fantastic.
He is going to swing a wild haymaker at you.
Can I
Like, get
just
the
trip
fuck out of
him?
my way, bitch! Yeah,
Can I
so...
just trip him?
What was that? Sorry?
Can I trip him as
Yes.
he's moving?
Yeah, so the text is they attack you, but off balance. The GM marks a condition on them. So basically, this attack will never do any harm. In the fiction, you can certainly trip him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he will take a wild swing at you, like, get the fuck out of my way! And out from behind him, with either your foot or your sword, you can choose. You
It'll
recognize...
be my foot. He doesn't deserve my sword.
Bam! Hell yeah. So you recognize an unsteady foot in his stance, and you sweep it. You're just like, no, you're down, and he crashes like a ton of bricks down to the ground. He curses, and he makes a move to get up.
No, I whack him on the forehead with the sheath of my sword. And I say, it is because of this kind of attitude that you've brought dishonor among our family, and all of this trouble under our minds has happened.
So you whack him. You're not gonna have to roll for that. You inflict a fatigue on him as well. In this moment, it is the way that you use the word dishonor
Ooh.
that gets to him.
Oh boy, yeah.
He is not used to hearing that word, especially not in the context of him.
Oh boy, he should have been hearing it a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So you maybe even feel like there's maybe a part of you that's a little on guard that he's going to come back up in an angry state.
Mm-hmm.
But it is your use of that word that kind of shocks him into reality. He kind of, like, his eyes widen as he touches the fresh bruise on his forehead. And he kind of recognizes what he's done. He will sit there in stunned silence for a little bit. And during this time, Quinn and the others have kind of wasted no time in apprehending the people who tried to run away.
Oh wait, actually, I didn't smack him with my sheath. I just backhanded him with my hand.
Oh, fuck yeah! There you go.
Yeah, cause I just said, like, yeah, he
Not
doesn't
worthy.
deserve my blade. I'm like, oh wait, and then I just did it. No, he gets.
It matters only in the size of the bruise that he's gonna have. And I guess where it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he'll be like, I just, and he will kind of fail to come up with words. Like I said, Toya, Ganonfon, Quinn, they're all kind of rushing toward in in battle ready stances toward the battle ready posture, because it doesn't matter. It's not a stance,
Yeah.
but but they will rush forward to apprehend the people who are currently choking on the smoke.
Yeah. By the way, would you say that counts as always standing up to bullies at significant cost?
Liv, I had already clocked it, and yeah, trust me,
Fantastic.
it was made aware of.
Good to hear.
Yeah. So anyway, speaking of you, Tapisa, you see kind of in your side view. Are your arms still up, by the way?
I think they've gone down now that she was like attacked and stuff, or almost attacked. And like when she got in the way of Tank, was it? Whatever.
Yeah.
Big asshole.
Something that we don't like.
Yeah. They went down then. Into more of a or they shifted into more of a defensive stance at that point. Now they're by her side, I think.
So it is at this point that you see in your side view Jingo coming down from the ladder that he has crafted for himself. He's stepping down slowly, but now he finally hits the ground and he turns toward you. And he walks up to you and he puts his hands, wrists together, palms kind of out in a lock me up gesture. I understand, but we had to do something. We had to get out somehow. And I truly didn't want anybody to be harmed, but just don't go back on your word, okay?
I won't. And when all this is over, I hope you and Fuda can work together to build a better community, work towards a brighter future. You have amazing skill. I've seen what you've built here. Hopefully now you have a chance to do something truly good with it.
Yeah, I hope.
If you don't, I'll help you burn the whole fucking town to the ground. Noae says.
You get
Won't.
there's like a little bit of a gleam in his eye at that. Like, at the very least, somebody with the intelligence that this kid has, he likes the idea that he's got options. But he will, at this point, make himself unto you a prisoner. But actually, before he does, he's like, "Oh, one thing." And he will look at you, Noe, and you realize at this point he was wearing a backpack, and he'll take it off, and he'll hand it to you. Once you take it, you kind of realize how heavy it is. And without having to roll, you can kind of glean that it is his own personal stash of stuff that he has gotten from this place. He'll look at you as like a person of similar skullduggery. And he'll be like, "Keep that safe for me, please."
She nods and puts it on, even though it's probably a bit too big for her.
Yeah. Look, if you could put that somewhere that I or somebody else might be able to find it, just in case this kind of deal doesn't go our way,
yeah,
I would.
I'll make sure those that need things can find things.
He looks at you in like a look that isn't sure whether or not to trust those words,
Uh,
but he kind of has no other
he,
choice.
she creates a she, she does it in a way that other people can't see because this is for him.
Mhm.
She draws in the air with a little bit of fire, a symbol, and
Mhm.
then she basically says, "Did you know this symbol where I come from means help? So people that need help look for it."
His eyes widen. He he is he's thrilled at the trust that like at the trust that he's given basically this complete stranger
Mhm,
has been immediately acted upon.
mhm. Now he's not going to side with tyrants, even if they're accidental tyrants.
So yeah, he will clap you on the shoulder and he'll stand back up and be like, cuff me to Tapisa.
She's just, I will not put another in chains. I've been in them myself for too much of my life. But I accept your surrender.
Yeah, let's just walk out.
I mean, are you sure? I I'm the enemy. I was stealing from you. What?
Now he laughs at that enemy.
Mhm. Yeah, and this is like, please.
So he'll now look at Peihan, who is clearly a member of the actual upper class
Hmm.
of this town. Like, are you basically for confirmation? Like, are you sure? Like, I'm, I'm like you. I was your enemy.
I'm very disappointed in what's been happening here on the part of my family and what they've been doing to you and what lengths that we've forced our own people to take. I want to find a resolution to this.
Oh, okay. He says in complete bewilderment. Until like about 15 minutes ago, this kid was ready to lay down like life and limb to not be captured. You guys have turned him around completely in that time.
Mhm.
I want you to know that.
Good.
Good. I love Tapisa a lot. Like, I don't often play like this specific archetype of talkie character.
Anime
Yeah.
speech is a superpower.
Listen, it works,
Yeah.
especially in Avatar,
Yeah.
where philosophy is often just as powerful as bending itself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh,
God damn it.
what?
So
What
I
did?
got annoyed at the lore mistake of Aura.
Why? What's up?
Rava and Vatu are a major lore mistake in my opinion. Like I
I
hate
can agree with that, depending
Yeah, I
on
don't like
where you're
the
going.
Satan kite.
the
Yeah.
concept. A lot of the philosophy comes from like Taiji like philosophy,
Mhm.
Mhm.
which there isn't a good and evil. Like yin and yang do not represent good and evil. Light and dark are not represented of good and
Mhm.
evil. So why the fuck is the spirit of darkness evil?
Yeah, and
Like
also like the
I
whole
thought
thing of
in
the yin and yang is that they have a little bit of the other inside of them. That's what the
Yeah,
Mhm.
dot is. Like,
and dark is also not. In a lot of ways, the dark is the less aggressive because it's calm. Darkness is supposed the yin is the calm, the peace. It represents like stillness and femininity and so on and so forth.
mhm.
Yang it represents war. So if there's one that should be violent, it should be Rava.
legit like when I was watching it for the first time, I thought they were leading up to like both Rava and Vatu like merging with one. so that
Mm-hmm.
they're all become the Avatar. Like
The
there's
balance.
Mhm.
there's the life spirit in it and the chaos spirit, and then they're both in the human to create like the bridge between all aspects of life.
Mhm.
And then no, they didn't. They sealed him in a tree. I'm like,
I
this isn't
I thought
what
Vatu was gonna
this
be.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna turn out that Vatu was corrupted, like long
Mhm.
before the first Avatar, and that Korra was gonna
Ah,
purify them, like because darkness is not supposed to be evil, and it would make sense if Vatu got corrupted by humans because humans fear the darkness and just constantly persecuting
yeah.
and pushing it back. And
That
so,
makes sense.
yeah, so I was like, oh, Korra's gonna. No, canonically, Vatu's evil. The spirit
Yeah.
of darkness is evil. And I'm like, that doesn't
But
make sense.
no
So
spirits are ever evil.
Yeah, they're just fucked up.
here's the deal. If it makes you feel any better, you should know that they had like half the time that they usually do to work on that
Oh,
season.
I know they did, but that doesn't make
Yeah,
it
they
less
did.
annoying that they
Oh,
fucked
I
up.
know. I'm not trying to nullify. I'm just trying to like explain.
In a lot of ways, I like that season because it had a lot of
Yeah.
potential, which is also why it
Yeah.
pisses me off even more because it's like, hey, you
Mhm.
had a really good idea here. Why'd you fuck it up? Why the fuck did you fuck it up so
I
bad?
I like the headcanon that either Korra or the next Avatar like has Vatu in them
Mhm. Well, Korra does
because
canonically, according to its show creators,
interesting.
because you can't destroy either the light or the dark because they're
Yeah.
going with the yin yang. There is always a little bit of the other in them, which is
Yeah.
why with when Vatu is defeated by Korra, like and she reabsorbs Rava. She also has a little bit of Vatu in her, just basically waiting to become strong again. And like, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's fine. Why evil though? Why evil? You haven't explained why evil. Because in Taiji philosophy, it's not there. There isn't like a fundamental force of evil. It's corruption and imbalance that leads to like things like that.
Me,
And
it
it
felt more like Christianity or
he
like
does. He's felt
Yeah.
like the devil.
satanic.
God and the devil, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
yeah. It's the biggest lore mistake in my
I think
opinion.
given more time they wouldn't have made such an error. I think
Yeah, I was talking about if I made a campaign for Avatar Legends, and I would have to fucking retcon or like rewrite that. That thing would not stand. I would have to fix that.
I would the actually what would you do with Vatu? Well, I mean, I
I
guess would he be combined in Korra
He would be
with
combined in
Rava?
Korra, and I think I would also have it revealed in quotes because it definitely is a retcon because it's changing the lore. But it would be a reveal of that turns out humans corrupted uh,
Mhm.
Vatu unintentionally, and the reason he wants to do the thing he does is because of that, not the like. And so a dark avatar would turn out to be a good thing, a balancing force.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm reading the Yang Chen books now and the Kyoshi books I've
Mhm.
already read. There's plenty of like evil and like ends justify the means already in the Avatar themselves.
Mhm.
There's plenty of room for Vatu
Yeah.
within it.
According to a rumor, the
Ah,
next Avatar series is going to have twins, so I just hope one of them has Batu.
I really hope that's not the case
I
too.
would love two avatars, one of which has all the dark versions of the elements. Like
Okay,
instead
like
of
if
fire
that's the
bending,
case,
instead of fire
fine.
bending, it's frost bending. Like
That would be
stealing
sweet.
heat from things, or
You
like
wanted that for Noae, and I had to put the kibosh on it. I'm sorry.
I think ice bending for fire like is a cool concept, just like freeze bending.
You wanted it for Rook too.
Mm-mm. Well, I have it for Rook. It makes sense for Rook because he controls all his own heat and fire. So he just pumps his heat into things and then he steals his heat back. He displaces other heat and then he's just steals his own stuff back. It just takes a
Uh,
while.
all right. So we're
Oh
all
yeah, we
still
got
in.
distracted. We're
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I'm pretty good at keeping us on track. But so you guys are still in the cave. You have elected not to shackle Jingo.
Yeah.
In fact, so basically, how are you going to be walking with him? You're gonna like keep
Side
him
by
in front
side.
of you, or are you gonna trust him? Okay, you're
Now he
gonna.
doesn't trust shit, but like she's still gonna,
Yeah, she's not gonna shackle anybody, but she will not like let her guard down. Okay.
yeah.
Um. Okay. Here's what I need to know. Okay. All right. So one of your cousins actually is going to come up to you, Peihan, and with like manacles in hand, and then kind of even just from the look that Tapisa is probably giving, back down with them. He'll take the hint, like, oh fuck. Okay, I guess we're not gonna shackle him. All right.
Is this
Cool.
one of the cousins that I do like?
Yeah.
I would say this is a cousin that you have no strong opinion of.
Okay.
Or mixed
It's
feelings
not
of.
one of the ones that I've written down that you would be in favor of.
Okay.
But yeah, so he Jingo looks to the rest of you and he's like, all right, well, I guess no time like the present. And he will walk through the door.
Nice.
Mhm.
The trip back is relatively uneventful. You take all of the prescribed routes. You, Noae, are constantly, you've got your head on a swivel,
Mm.
being like, is there going to be like some trap that he set up, some like somebody we didn't account for, one of the people that escaped, are they going to try and get to us?
Our supposed allies turning on us because they can't abide by theft because they're aristocrats, so on and so forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's used
You,
to constantly feeling like everything is a danger.
yeah. You sense nothing. Before I forget, Peihan,
Hmm.
I keep making a mental note to tell you this, and then things get in the way. You're gonna move once toward Unity.
Okay.
Yeah, unity.
Unity's good.
Ah, Unity. Can't be
uh,
emo anymore. Edge lord. Okay.
are you where are you
Oh,
at on that scale?
I am +2 heritage.
Oh
I
boy.
thought I thought I was 0, but no. Okay, now I'm
I
plus
don't know
1.
that you've ever been +1 Unity.
I've never been +1 Unity.
I don't think we've gotten to that point in your character arc yet.
Mm.
No. I'm
There are,
still
I think, good things that happen if you try Unity, but I'm, obviously not going to tell
no,
you
I'm
about
still
your
an edge
character.
lord.
Yeah, he's still an edgelord. There's nothing to it.
Just don't
Um,
hate myself for fire bending.
listen, it's a touchy subject. You don't like
No.
it.
I like how
Um,
Noae is like a fucking orphan that taught herself firebending and all of this stuff, but she's not the edgy one.
not comparatively.
She's like, yeah,
Even though she
yeah.
does dress up as a cat
Hey, she has
of her
cat.
own accord.
She has cat ears, and she has a favorite animal. Well, how's that edgy?
It's emo at least.
Having a favorite animal is emo? Nah, man, that's just cute.
Dressing up in the style that she did, I'm not gonna argue with you. So we're gonna you guys are gonna make your way back. A couple of you are on edge, but nothing happens. You make it back to the mouth of the main mine shaft. And if your characters didn't see it before, even though I have explained this to I think people who stuck around. I think Jordan, you might have missed it. But yeah, you can see kind of the contraption that they were using to scare everybody away. It's a giant fan that's crank powered. A
No, I
couple of
got that
people.
description.
Cool. There was also a big horn. I don't know if you heard that, and that was what was making the big noise.
Mm.
But yeah, so you guys make it out to the to well, actually, I should note that there was a cave-in, but you've got enough earthbenders at this point. You can make quick work of it.
Yeah,
They
during that time, Noae just makes very cryptic comments to the uh, uh what's his name? I already forgot his name. I just met him.
Jingo?
Yeah,
Jingo?
about how the food at that one place is pretty good, and so when you're
Oh
feeling
yeah. Wen's place?
when you're feeling too down, definitely ask for help there.
Ah. Yeah. Okay.
Or rather
I
than
mean, he's a cool dude. Yeah,
yeah.
he'll carry on conversation, trying to get away from the point, but you can tell he's picked up what you're putting down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just wanted to like because searching the whole goddamn town for a symbol is probably going to be hard, so she's narrowing it down for him.
Mhm. Yep. Thank you so much for the recommendation. And so the Earthbenders take care of the blockage. Everything is sorted out. Daylight hits you for the first time. I'm trying to figure out how long this probably took, like an hour or two. In that time, and you see the same members of I believe it's the Ming House, the ones that no, the Yang House, that were standing guard outside, that were too cowardly to enter when you guys first got there. They have their battle stances up, and they're like, "Who goes there? Show yourself!" It is at this point that anyone who is still hands-free, who is a prisoner, which are a couple of people, including Jingo, raise their arms up in surrender. And Fuda at this point yells, "The situation's been dealt with. We have, prisoners. We have captured the the people behind this. Come and help us apprehend them." And so immediately they hop to, and they go ahead and swoop those guys up. The one that you were talking to, outside the gate, or outside the mouth of the cave when you first came in, he recognizes Jingo, and he's like, "You what? The bookworm?" And Jingo is like, he pushes up his glasses, very briefly, taking his hands away from the surrendering position. And he's like, "Yeah, you guys never did really think much of me anyway. I I hope you have time to think about this." And the guy scoffs, and he takes Jingo's hands and says, "You're under arrest." And he'll put his arms behind his back and push him forward. "Come on, you're coming with us." So yeah, all of the people have been apprehended. Dae-hyng, you see your mom at this point. She rushes toward you, and she's like, What happened? Who? What was the answer? Who are all of these people? And she will look around, and she will actually recognize a couple of the servants in her household, but ones that you wouldn't recognize because they started after you got there, or after you left.
Hmm.
And she looks just utterly horrified that people under her very nose would do this.
Yeah. Tapisa steps forward and says, "These are the people you failed."
Failed? I quite don't understand what you mean, young. She will once again. All right.
I don't know a lot of words, but I do know the word guild, and I think they should start a guild.
Guild? No, this nonsense.
Yeah, I think a guild's a great idea.
No, no. We've guilds. We've actually done extensive research, and guilds they actually harm the workers. Their health. In the vast majority of cases, we we send people around to try and dispel this horrible notion.
This is actually happening. I'm just double checking, not just a joke, right?
This is
Okay.
no, this is happening, but
Okay.
it's happening in like the anime style of
Mhm.
like nobody's actually listening. Like,
Yeah.
I pull,
Now
I pull on my mother's like sleeves and like whisper in her ears like, we had guilds before the Fire Nation came and colonized us.
uh,
Noae in a very loud voice to all the people being arrested, in her opinion, wrongly. It's like, and remember, after you get out, you are part of the guild of miners. You are all each other's ally. So you do not have to. You do not have to work unless you agree to the terms that they tell you to work at.
Oh, wait, really? One of them will say.
Yes, if you are not content, then all of you sit, and they have to mind their own mind if they want that stuff. They can't force you.
Hey, you're gonna move toward community, yeah?
That's fine by now. I feel like that's the same movement, but
Yeah.
Do I get to vote for heritage again? It's like, hey, what if we did stuff the way we did it before the Fire Nation came and colonized us?
I don't think so. 'Cause
Okay.
listen, I know you like your heritage. You're gonna really have to
Okay.
you're gonna really have to send it.
All right.
But so yeah, Fuda at this point will put his hand on Hana's shoulder and be like, "Honey, you're not gonna like what I have to hear, but we have much to discuss." And he will shepherd her away in a in a way that you've kind of never seen him do. Like, she's kind of always been the one that's taken charge in a social situation, and he is kind of taken her lead. It is against the natural order and against her natural instincts to let him do this. But he will successfully sequester her and get her away from all of you.
Wait, is Dad the bottom bitch?
Yes, normally.
I wouldn't.
This is the awakening as a switch.
I mean, honestly, I love that for him. But yeah, so you guys are successful. So somebody comes up to the three of you, and you can tell he's kind of just a like a regular miner, but he was watching from the periphery, trying to determine what's been happening. And he's like, "So are we good to like go back in the mine now? Because like my children need to be fed."
Well, they should pay you even if you don't have to. You're not in the mine, in my opinion.
I mean, what a world that would be, right?
Mm-hmm. A better one.
I mean, can you answer my question, please?
Wow, we're not in charge.
You
Yeah.
should be paid fairly for your work.
I agree, young lord, but I was kind of under the impression that I already was.
You're not paid fairly if you're
But
only paid sometimes. No, it says that she's probably walking off at this point.
okay, you guys are no
Well,
help.
yeah.
And he's gonna go to somebody else. He's
Like, I
he's
don't
actually
balance
gonna try and go find Hana, and like,
Yeah, we're not in
even in
charge
his
of the mine just because we're the heroes. Sorry, we didn't conquer it.
Like
uh,
I'm just passing through, you know. Like
Mhm.
it's
The plumber doesn't
Alright.
own the house just because they fixed the plumbing.
Okay,
I'm on a
so
military mission. I don't do the bookkeeping.
Noae goes to hide the
so
backpack in a spot that they can find if they need it.
okay, cool.
She also double checks it for anything dangerous like weapons or something like that.
You look in there. There are some weapons. There are 2 smoke bombs.
That's
There
fine.
is one no, there are 3 sticks of dynamite.
That's not
And
fine. That she takes those. That's like, oh fuck no.
and the rest is just cram packed. There are a couple of gold nuggets in there. It's mostly jewels. He didn't take any of the glowstone because he didn't want his backpack to glow from within.
She
But it is
legitimately does not know the value of golden gems, so she sees them, thinks they're shiny, and ignores them.
cool. Hell yeah. So now
Conceptually, she knows, like, oh, diamond, like gemstones and books are things that are worth money, and she doesn't really connect the two dots in her head. Because to her, it doesn't. You
uh
can't eat them.
so yeah,
And she after she hides it near the
the mouth of
near
the cave.
no, not the mouth of the cave, specifically the what's his
How
Wen's.
and when? Well,
Yeah,
when's place? Yeah.
Wen's place. She uses her finger to char a symbol into the wall near it. Basically, hard to see, but functionally a hobo symbol. Do you know what a
uh,
hobo sign is?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 It's also kind
Is
of
it
easy
like
to
thieves'
figure out.
cast?
Yeah.
Uh,
Vagabonds use them to help each other find things that were needed and avoid shit that was
so
dangerous.
yeah, do you guys want to actually take this opportunity to take a break at Howe's place, or is it Wen's place?
When
It's either one of them.
it's when and the cat's name is how, if I remember right.
Nope, it's How.
It's how.
Yeah, How is the
Then
man.
then
When is the
when is the
cat.
cat? Okay, Wen's
Yes.
place. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That
It's
that
Wen's
make
place. Yep.
Noae's point
When
of
is
view.
the cat.
Mhm.
Yep. All right. But
Wen's
so
point of view too. Like
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, so you guys have got like a minute as far as the excitement has kind of dwindled down. The workers are slowly kind of getting back to the mines. Some of them are some of them are choosing to take this kind of day off as far as your speech has convinced them to not take this super seriously, but there are a couple hard knocks upon people
A
who will
union
continue their job. Yeah.
a union is a serious thing. You have to, like, refusal to work may seem hard, but like, and it is, but like, you need to do
You
it. It's part of the work.
I believe in you guys, but you might have to convince undereducated people. You might have to do some teaching. It might have to be more than just one speech.
Yeah. Well, one really smart person is very good at swaying them, so I'm not sure that Noae has to do
Yeah,
shit about that.
You've got some. What I can't think. You understand what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
You got some sway
Oh,
in that regard.
Noae does leave a note about taking the dynamite and like explains that it's way too dangerous, the stash.
Does now I know how to write?
Yeah, she knows how to write and read. She is
Mhm.
actually very talented when it comes to that
All
because
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
she steals books. Like
Right.
in a weird way,
So,
she has a like her gaps are because she doesn't hear people say words. So
so I will say, you do have a weapons user with you. Well, you have. Well, no, I mean you do have a technologist with you. If you
yes,
Yes.
wanted to,
yeah, no, they
but
get the like Tapisa gets the dynamite sticks. Now he doesn't know what they're for. She just knows that they're well. She does
okay,
know what
good.
they're
I
for.
thought you were trying to throw them like away, and I'm like,
No, 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 no. She knows they're dangerous, and she doesn't, but she doesn't know what to do with them. So obviously,
sure,
Tapisa's the one that would. So
gotcha. All right. So after your little bit of a break, maybe you take some time at Wen's place to recuperate. Maybe you're just like out and about, but you guys are kind of in the main square, and you hear horns and marching coming from from the direction of the gate. You see at least 8 fully clad Fire Nation soldiers uh,
God.
coming in your direction. A couple of them, the two in the front, through their face pieces are blowing the horns, and you see behind them 4 people in Fire Nation army garb carrying a palanquin. Directly in front of you, they will all stop. And in perfect formation, the 8 soldiers that were in front of the palanquin will take a sidestep and then turn to face each other in a way that leaves an aisle between them directly to the palanquin. The palanquin will now open up, and you immediately recognize who is in it. Peihan. His name is Omai, and he is the Fire Nation general who is occupying the village. The
This whole
basic, in
time I've
case.
been like having like an inner turmoil of like, this is the person that I hate. He's on he's on my property. He's right in front of me.
Right.
And like if I strike now, like everything, like I do I want to kill him right now and like cause trouble, and like my hand is probably shaking on the hilt of my sword.
Oh, I didn't realize we would have such an eclectic group of young heroes to help us out. He'll do like a little hand clap, like a golf clap. Oh, and he is obese. He is very big. He is struggling himself to get out of the palanquin. Somebody has to kind of help him get out
Oh,
and get him to
and
his
getting
feet.
fat on my family's money.
mhm.
I heard about your travails in the cavern. I heard that we were successful, that we got the mines up and running again. Thank you so much. I don't know why a water tribe individual is helping us in this quest, but oh god, I see.
Has Noae given Tapisa the dynamite yet?
Has Noae given? That is an important
Yes,
question.
at this point, yes.
Because
She
both
has.
options could have consequences.
Yes, she has. I will say.
Yeah.
But
Tapisa's like code is never strike the first blow, so she hands the dynamite to Noae instead.
Noae is uncomfortable with that, right?
No. Noae grins.
Fuck yeah. Well, I just wanted to come here and give you my personal thanks for all of your help, and he will produce 3 bags of gold, and he will have the person that is helping him that was helping him get out of the carriage. That person will, in a bowed and reverential sense, hand you 3 a hefty bag of 50 gold pieces each. Just a token of my appreciation for resolving the situation as quickly as you did. The Fire Nation and the whole village of Mingyun are in your debt. And he will do a bow.
Now Noae takes a step forward.
The first Fire Nation soldier that is closest to you, he won't so much spring to attention as he will he will move to be at least a little bit blocking. Yes, is there something you would like to say, young lady?
Do you know who I am?
No, I haven't. I can't say. Well, hold on.
Do you have you looked at I feel like you might find me familiar. Just think real hard.
I have it on good authority that you should know me as well.
People that in your circles have been calling me something. I kind of like it, to be honest. Have you heard it?
The cogs are turning in his head.
She pulls up her hood so the ears are nice and obvious, just like her wanted poster.
Yep. His eyes flash in anger, and he's like, "The Patchwork cat! Seize her!"
She immediately under her feet, she copies Quinn's technique to move fast and explodes around him, and she's like, "Hold my candle," and tosses the lights the dynamite and tosses both of them in the air, I
feel like that has to be the perfect place to stop, because that's
Yeah, we need to give some time, especially for
big brawl that Noae is now starting. By the way, does that get rid of insecure? Because it says if you do something
yes, wholeheartedly a rash action will get rid of insecure.
Yeah, she is performing
a rash foolhardy action.
She is performing a coup.
Oh, good God!
Also, I feel like the bragging should give me excellence.
You know what? I think you're right. Yeah, excellence will do.
There we go.
You just want to be at center.
I know he just wants to be at center, but
I'm not at center. I moved 2 into community, so I'm still at community.
All right. So yeah, let's go. Let's stop here, and let's go down the growth questions. We'll start off with the regular ones as per usual. Did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world? I feel like you guys made something challenging.
I think we taught something challenging.
That unions
I don't think
exist. You learned. I do think you taught. Did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
Yes.
Yeah.
Full stop. Yes. Absolutely, no doubt about it. Did you guide a companion toward balance or end the session at your center.
Not I.
Part of me wants to allow you guys to count Jingo in that, but you know what? Let's go down the list for everybody and see see where you guys end up anyway, because you guys are advancing pretty quickly.
We also get a point for did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
Yeah.
We got that one.
You guys have got one for that.
Okay.
We didn't get anything for the other two of the generics.
I have full growth.
Same.
I'm about to get
Yay.
it.
Did you resolve, Crow? Did you resolve an issue or conflict relying on something other than your training?
Yes.
Yes, I would say so.
Did I use my words?
Yeah, you used your words.
Does that count?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was what stopped it. Like, I specifically expressed the word. The words that you said were what caused him to be insecure.
Yeah.
Or guilty. Guilty was the one.
We all did mostly words today as our solution.
Yeah, listen. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah. This is not the time. Now he's gonna just go full fucking swing. No. There's a timer in front of her.
When the fucking Joker puts his face in front of you,
you punch it.
You punch it.
You blow it up with dynamite.
Did you express UFO? Did you express gratitude to a companion for their presence, support, or teaching? I don't know that you explicitly did.
No, not this time.
No.
She was too out of it.
You moved twice to our community. You were the pillar of the community more than you were being.
No, that's a different playbook.
And Liv, did you improve the lives of average citizens or help an ordinary person with their problems?
Yes.
Good God. All right.
And that's an advancement for me.
All right, so we got 2 advancements. You, too, obviously, you can tell me at any point heretofore what you would like to use that for. I would appreciate it if you told me and didn't keep it to yourself.
Unlock moment of balance.
Yeah, I already did that
that's what you're doing?
Yep.
Yeah, Liv has already done that. Is that what you're doing, UFO?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, and I am probably going to... I did that for my last advancement. This time I'm probably going to take a new move from another playbook. I will figure that out and get back to you.
Cool. All right, I can't wait till you guys get into combat and you can actually use a whole bunch of this stuff. But yeah, obviously, questions, comments, concerns, criticisms, I'm free for all of them. If there's anything you'd like to see more of, if there's anything you'd like to see less of, please let me know.
I think good.
Okay. Yeah, because when you think, you're usually like, well, I could probably come up with something, but if you really can't come up with anything, then I
think I might be able to with a bit more thought, but at the moment I can't think of anything.
I'll take the thought. I mean, the criticism might not come to anything because it might just be a thing that I'm like, well, I'm sorry, this is just how I'm doing it.
The limitations of you.
The limitations of me being me. Hate them, but they're there and they're real.
And they're important to a degree.
And they're important. Yeah. So other than that has been it for this session of our Avatar Legends campaign that we have yet to come up with a name for.
Correct.
We might want to start thinking about that.
Yeah, it's number 8. This is well into it now.
Listen, I don't think we came up with Streetwise until at least this point, maybe even later.
3rd session, I think.
Was it?
Yeah, because you guys kept making the same.
Rolling like, does Streetwise count?
Yeah, you kept for everything.
Streetwise should have counted for a lot of them. I'm still defensive of that.
And that's why it was named Streetwise, is because everything apparently is Streetwise to you.
No, there were at least 2. It doesn't matter.
Everything.
But yeah, so yeah, that's it for this stream. It was good playing with you guys. It was good talking to the chat, whoever is watching and showed up. But yeah, so
I think it was just Sadie, and I think she's gone now.
A little thief that showed in, yeah.
Sadie.
More people watch the VODs. The
VODs
usually hit.
I think my sister watches the VODs. If so, hi Alden.
Make sure you upload this to YouTube, please.
I will.
That's my way of like it's my crutch for when I forget something and I
Yeah.
need to remember it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it was good playing with you guys.
Yeah, good
and
playing with
take
you.
care, y'all.
Bye, internet.
Bye.
Bye.